Imagine waking up feeling perfectly fine, only to one day discover something life-changing had been happening in the quiet of your nights. What if I told you that 8 seemingly harmless bedtime habits might be quietly wearing down your kidneys? That while you sleep, these 2 hard-working organs could be crying out for relief, all without making a sound. It's unsettling, because kidneys don't scream for help. They don't flash warning lights. They work silently, filtering waste, balancing fluids, regulating blood pressure, until one day, they simply can't keep up. And that's the moment many people find themselves in an ER bed, wondering how it all happened so quickly. That's why, tonight, I'm not just repeating what you might have heard before. I'm going to walk you through these 8 habits in a way that's practical, personal, and full of real stories, so you can see exactly how small changes can protect your kidneys for years to come. But before we dive in, let me ask you a favor. If you care about your health or someone you love, please take just a second to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. That way you won't miss any of our future senior-friendly health tips. And if what you hear today might help a friend or family member, click share so they can start protecting their kidneys too. Sometimes a simple share can change someone's health journey completely. All right, ready? Then let's give your kidneys the restful, healing nights they've been waiting for. Part 1. Habits that hurt. Number 1. Salty night snacks. A time bomb in your chips. Late-night salty snacks might seem harmless, but they can quietly put your kidneys under unnecessary stress. Foods like chips, salted nuts, or buttery popcorn contain high levels of sodium, which makes your body retain water. This retention raises blood pressure at the exact time your kidneys should be resting and repairing themselves. Instead of enjoying a peaceful night shift, they're forced to keep filtering and balancing fluids, which can gradually wear them down. I've seen this firsthand. My grandmother always kept a small bowl of salted peanuts by her side during evening TV time. It was a cozy habit, something she'd done for decades. One chilly winter night, after enjoying those peanuts with a cup of tea, she woke up with puffy eyelids, stiff fingers, and a dull headache. At the time, she brushed it off as just age, but I now know it was her kidneys quietly signaling they were overworked. We made one simple change, swapping the peanuts for sliced apples or fresh berries. The difference was almost immediate. The morning puffiness disappeared, her energy improved, and she even commented that she felt lighter when she woke up. This small shift taught me something powerful. Sometimes protecting your health isn't about grand, complicated plans. It's about replacing one tiny habit with a gentler choice. If you often reach for salty snacks before bed, try fruit instead. Your taste buds will adjust, your body will thank you, and your kidneys will finally get the restful night they deserve. Number 2. Delaying the bathroom. A hidden risk. Many people skip a final trip to the bathroom before bed, especially if they don't feel the urge. It seems harmless. You're warm, comfortable, and ready to sleep. But holding urine overnight can quietly harm your health. When your bladder stays full for long periods, bacteria have extra time to grow. These bacteria can travel up the urinary tract, and if they reach the kidneys, they may cause infections, scarring, and even permanent loss of function. I think of my friend Bob, a 72-year-old retiree, who disliked getting out of bed on cold nights. For months, he ignored the idea of an extra bathroom trip. Then one day, he developed a painful urinary tract infection. It didn't stop there. It spread to his kidneys and sent him to the ER. The recovery was long, and his doctor made it clear this could have been prevented with one simple habit. Now, Bob follows a rule. If he's up at night, whether reading or watching TV, he empties his bladder before sleep. Since making this change, he hasn't had another infection, and he swears he sleeps better knowing he's protecting his kidneys. The takeaway? Prevention is easier than repair. Even if you think you don't need to go, take those few steps to the bathroom. It's a tiny act that could spare you pain, medical bills, and weeks of recovery, while giving your kidneys the relief they need every night. Number 3. Sleeping flat on your stomach, pressure you don't feel. Sleeping on your stomach might feel comfortable, But over time, it can quietly put your kidneys under unnecessary stress. Your kidneys sit toward the back of your abdomen, and when you lie flat on your stomach, the weight of your body compresses that area. This pressure reduces blood flow and oxygen supply to these vital filters, making it harder for them to do their job efficiently while you rest. I learned this lesson the hard way. For decades, I was a stomach sleeper. It was my go-to position for comfort. But as I reached my 60s, I started waking up with a dull ache in my lower back. At first, I blamed my mattress or my age. Then my nephew, a chiropractor, pointed out that my sleep position could be a major factor. He explained how constant overnight pressure can slow circulation, affect spinal alignment, and even pinch nerves connected to kidney function. Taking his advice, I began training myself to sleep on my side, especially the left side, with a pillow between my knees. The first week felt odd, like trying on a sweater in warm weather, but within a month, I noticed the changes. My mornings felt lighter, the back pain faded, and I woke up more refreshed. If you're a lifelong stomach sleeper, consider making the switch. Your body might resist at first, but your kidneys and your back will thank you for giving them room to breathe, recover, and work at their best while you sleep. Number 4. Skipping or mismedication at bedtime. Many people underestimate how much their kidneys depend on consistent medication routines. Skipping a dose, especially for blood pressure or diabetes, can put sudden heavy strain on these vital organs. Even taking your medicine with barely any water can slow absorption, while overusing painkillers at night can silently damage kidney tissue over time. I'm reminded of my friend Elaine, a retired school teacher who's usually meticulous about her health. One evening, she realized she'd forgotten her blood pressure pill. Feeling tired, she decided to just take it in the morning. The next day, she woke up dizzy, and a quick blood pressure check revealed alarming numbers. Her doctor later explained that such spikes can happen in just hours, forcing the kidneys to work harder to filter blood and control fluid balance. Since then, Elaine hasn't left her bedtime routine to chance. She bought a simple pill organizer with a built-in alarm. Every night, the gentle beep reminds her to take her medicine with a proper sip of water. It's a tiny step, but it has spared her further scares and likely protected her kidneys from silent stress. The lesson here is simple. Your medication schedule is part of your kidney's nightly protection plan. Whether it's a single pill or several, take them exactly as prescribed and with enough water to help your body process them properly. It's one of the easiest, most reliable ways to keep your kidneys safe night after night. Number 5. Colder feet than a whisper. Circulation matters. Cold feet at night might seem like nothing more than a minor annoyance, but they can quietly reveal something important: poor circulation. When blood flow is limited, less oxygen reaches your kidneys, making it harder for them to perform their vital overnight repair work. Over time, this can contribute to kidney stress and other health issues. I remember my father brushing off his icy toes as just getting older. He'd slip under the blankets, shiver for a while, and eventually drift off. But his mornings often started with stiffness, mild aches, and sluggish energy. It wasn't until a particularly cold winter that we decided to try something simple, warming his feet before bed. We used a soft pair of thermal socks and, on colder nights, a small heated foot pad. The change was almost immediate. He began waking up with more energy, less morning stiffness, and a surprising boost in mood. At his next checkup, his doctor noted improved circulation. While the socks didn't heal him, keeping his feet warm helped his blood vessels stay open, supporting better oxygen delivery throughout the body, including to his kidneys. If your feet often feel cold at night, don't ignore it. A pair of warm socks, a light blanket at the end of the bed, or even a gentle heating pad can make a big difference. It's a small act of comfort that quietly supports your circulation, your kidneys, and your overall well-being while you sleep. Number 6. Overhydrating at night. More isn't better. Many people believe that drinking a large glass of water right before bed is a healthy habit. After all, staying hydrated is essential, so why not give your body a final top-up for the night? The problem is this extra fluid forces your kidneys to work overtime while you sleep. Instead of resting and filtering at a steady pace, they're pushed into high gear, producing more urine and triggering those dreaded 2 a.m. bathroom trips. I used to be guilty of this myself. I'd down a big glass of water before bed, convinced I was helping my health. But the constant waking to use the bathroom left me groggy in the mornings and unable to fall back asleep easily. Worse, my blood pressure readings crept higher, something my doctor explained can happen when kidneys are overstimulated at night. The fix turned out to be surprisingly simple. I began tapering my water intake after dinner. I still stayed hydrated during the day, but in the evenings I sipped only when truly thirsty. Within a week, I noticed deeper, more restorative sleep, and my mornings felt sharper and lighter. If you're in the habit of chugging water right before bed, try adjusting your timing. Aim to drink most of your fluids earlier in the day and let your kidneys and your sleep enjoy a well-deserved rest at night. Your body will thank you for it in the morning. Number 7. Carrying emotion into bed. Stress hurts kidneys too. Going to bed while still carrying stress, anger, or anxiety might seem harmless, but it sets off a silent chain reaction in your body. When you're emotionally tense, your brain releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These chemicals keep your blood vessels tight, raising blood pressure and forcing your kidneys to work under pressure all night long. Instead of resting and repairing, they're stuck in alert mode, which over time can wear them down. I used to shrug off this connection. If I'd had an argument or a tough day, I would just lie in bed replaying every detail in my head. My heart would pound, my breathing felt shallow, and sleep came only in short, restless bursts. In the morning, I'd wake up groggy, my muscles stiff, and my mood already drained. Things began to change when I adopted a simple wind-down routine. Some nights I'd jot down my thoughts in a small notebook, just a few sentences to empty my mind. Other nights I'd put on gentle instrumental music or a guided breathing exercise. Within weeks, my sleep felt deeper, my mornings lighter, and my overall energy steadier. If you often carry emotional baggage to bed, try giving your mind a soft landing. A few minutes of journaling, calm music, or even slow breathing can help your body switch from fight or flight to rest and repair. Your kidneys, your heart, and your mood will all benefit from that nightly peace. Number 8. Ignoring nighttime blood pressure spikes. Blood pressure naturally follows a daily rhythm, usually dipping at night to give your heart and kidneys a chance to rest. But for some people, that drop never happens. When nighttime pressure stays high, the tiny filtering units in your kidneys, called nephrons, face constant strain. Over time, they can scar and lose their ability to filter waste effectively, often without any obvious symptoms until the damage is advanced. A friend of mine, Robert, a retired builder, learned this the hard way. He'd always assumed his blood pressure was fine because his daytime readings looked good. One evening, after a casual conversation about health, he decided to check it before bed. To his surprise, it was higher than in the morning. Over the next week, he tracked it and found the same pattern, no nighttime dip. With his doctor's guidance, Robert adjusted his evening habits, including his dinner timing, salt intake, and medication schedule. Within months, his nighttime readings began to fall into healthier ranges, and he felt more energetic in the mornings. If you've never checked your blood pressure at night, consider doing so at least once a week. It's a small step that could reveal an invisible risk and give you the chance to address it early. That gentle nightly dip is more than a number. It's a sign your heart and kidneys are getting the rest they need to keep you healthy for years to come. Part 2. Examples. Most people know that blood pressure is important, but fewer realize it should naturally dip at night. This nighttime drop gives your heart and kidneys a well-earned rest. When it doesn't happen, a condition called non-dipping, the kidneys are forced to keep working under high pressure. Over time, the delicate nephrons inside them can scar, silently reducing their ability to filter waste. I think of my friend Robert, a retired builder with a stubborn streak. He'd always prided himself on being healthy, steady weight, no major illnesses, and he assumed his blood pressure was fine. One night, after we'd been talking about sleep and health, he decided on a whim to check it before bed. The number startled him, higher than his morning reading. He brushed it off as a fluke, but the same thing happened again and again. At first, Robert resisted making changes. "I've been fine for 68 years, he'd say, but curiosity and a little worry pushed him to see his doctor. Together, they reviewed his evening habits. He began eating dinner earlier, seasoning more with herbs than salt, and taking a short walk after his last meal. His doctor also adjusted the timing of his medication. The changes were subtle, but Robert noticed more energy in the mornings, fewer headaches, and a lighter mood. The fear he'd carried quietly, of losing his independence to poor health, began to fade. If you've never measured your blood pressure at night, try it. It's a 5-minute task that might reveal a hidden strain on your body. And if you find it's higher than it should be, small, consistent adjustments can help restore that natural nightly dip, protecting your kidneys, your heart, and your peace of mind. Part 3. Practical Action Plan. Your kidneys are remarkable, working tirelessly to filter your blood, balance fluids, and remove waste. But they're not invincible. Nighttime is when they should be in recovery mode, not overdrive. Simple evening habits can make the difference between years of steady health and gradual decline. Start with food. Avoid salty, heavy snacks close to bedtime. Instead, choose light, kidney-friendly options like berries or an apple. Always visit the bathroom just before bed, even if you don't feel the urge. This reduces pressure on your bladder and kidneys during sleep. Sleeping position matters too. Lying on your left side with a pillow between your knees can improve circulation and reduce strain. And if you take medication at night, set a reminder, pair it with a glass of water, and avoid unnecessary NSAIDs, which can burden the kidneys. Don't forget warmth. Cold feet can disrupt circulation and disturb sleep. Cozy socks or a warm blanket can help. Hydrate well during the day, but taper your intake after dinner. If you're thirsty before bed, sip lightly. Finally, protect your emotional state. Build a calming pre-sleep ritual. Write down lingering thoughts, play gentle music, or practice deep breathing. This helps your blood pressure dip naturally at night, giving your kidneys the rest they need. Monitor your nighttime blood pressure occasionally. A healthy nocturnal dip is a sign that your heart and kidneys are truly resting. These small, consistent actions protect more than just an organ. They safeguard your clarity, mobility, and independence for years to come. Your kidneys are always there for you. Give them the gift of rest so they can keep you strong.